at this time. With that, I believe we have one remaining amendment. Mr. Schock.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I have an amendment at the desk.
The gentleman's recognized for 5 minutes to discuss this amendment.
Thank you. It's Amendment 1206. Mr. Chairman, my amendment is rather simple. It works to ensure that the projects of national significance monies that are in this bill are distributed around the country equitably. Specifically, the language in this amendment requires that when awarding these funds, the Secretary shall take such measures as be necessary to ensure an equitable geographic distribution of funds made available to carry out this section and an appropriate balance in addressing the needs of urban and rural communities under this section. This language is the exact language that was included in the discretionary transportation grant program created by the stimulus, which has since been named the Transportation Investment Generating Economic Recovery, or the TIGER Discretionary Grant Program. The purpose for this amendment, Mr. Chairman, is for several reasons. For example, the primary employer in my district happens to be agriculture. In fact, one of the primary industries in the entire state of Illinois is agriculture, pumping $6.4 billion into our economy. However, the goods produced by all farmers also need to get to market. And the market today's farmers is selling is no longer Pekin, Illinois, but Peking, China. As such, we no longer need a farm-to-market road. We need a farm-to-market infrastructure system that allows farmers to be cost-competitive in these international markets. This infrastructure is expensive, and I'm concerned under the language in this bill, the Department will choose to fund other projects which are of equal importance but are in larger media markets or provide a larger splash. No one knows better than the Chairman that one of this bill's primary purposes is saving lives. Repeatedly and artfully, the Chairman's blueprint lists the tragic lives lost due to our outdated and inefficient transportation system. Unfortunately, a disturbingly and disproportionate percentage of those fatalities occur in rural America. In fact, 55% of highway fatalities happen in an area that only holds 23% of the population. Another overarching goal of this legislation is creating and allowing economic development. And again, I turn to the Chairman's blueprint, which discusses the economic opportunities provided by increased freight movement. Again, rural areas are in disproportionate need in this area. More than 1 in 7 rural American lives in poverty, and in the aggregate, this poverty occurs at higher rates and lasts longer than those living in the cities. As such, if there is anyone which needs the benefit provided by enhanced movement of goods, it is those in rural America. So I'm hoping that the Chairman will work with us and if not adopt this amendment, work with us to ensure that these monies will be dispersed appropriately and that the appropriate direction is given to the Secretary, similar to how the stimulus funds are being directed.